yeah, I need to practice it more.
Thank you so much, Shankar. Hope you will get it done. And let's go with
Thank you.
Vishnu. Vishnu, you're still joining in with a guest account.
Yeah, I think my Teams is not working probably. I'm just using the browser.
Just try to, even in browser, you can log into the registered email ID to Teams, and then you can join it. So that way you will be able to
Yeah, I
do.
think from next time I will do it. I don't know why it is happening.
Sure,
Yeah.
no problem. So we have, okay. So let's not waste any more time. I will just go into the plan of what exactly we are going to do. And today we are not going to discuss RE framework. The main reason is we need to discuss or understand about concepts before coding, what we need to do. So can someone tell me what is the exact flow of a project going from starting into the production? Or you can say different phases of project development life cycle, project's life cycle.
Okay. As per my knowledge, first they will give the requirement from user side.
Okay.
Then we need to prepare one documentation, means just how the project going to work in UiPath, like PTT document.
Okay.
Then after uh, we have to start the project on the based on the requirement. I think
Okay.
after completion of project, we have to prepare that SDD document. Like, I think.
Okay. So you're telling in multiple items. So not everyone
Okay.
are able to understand it, but you need to tell it in a more generic way, as
Okay.
well as you also need to tell in from the beginning. So can you see the screen first thing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So let me give out a list of steps that can follow. First thing is process mining.
Okay.
Second thing is task mining, or you can say process mining or process discovery. Okay, and task mining. Okay, and then once we are okay with the task, then we'll go with the POC creation if required. But for POC creation, again, we need to go with creation of PDD, creation of STD. Okay, so again, all these comes under discovery phase. Okay, so we are first discussing or deciding on what we need to automate, and to at least first to identify what we should automate, we need to have this discovery phase.
Okay.
Okay, so even before working on code, there are multiple activities and many activities that need to be done by an RPA developer or as an RPA team. Okay, now creation of PDD and STD after completion of that, we'll go with coding. Okay, workflows creation, process or workflow integration. Now, can you see? clearly?
Yes, sir.
Can you see it? Raju, can you see the screen or not?
Yes, Vajrang, I can see it. Yes.
Okay. Okay, Jagdish, I have placed you in mute. So, workflow integration and unit testing and integration testing. Okay. Next, once unit testing and integration testing is completed, we'll go with actual testing. Um, Complete project testing and UAT testing. Okay. Then we'll have deployment, UAT deployment, testing deployment, UAT deployment, production deployment. Okay. So these are the steps that we have for each and every process to move from the initiation state till the production state. Now let's discuss on each and everything, but I want you to talk along with me. Jagdish, when you're unmuting, please unmute only when you're talking. Else, please mute yourself because there is disturbance from your end. But others, I don't see any disturbance, so you can still continue. Okay. In the discovery phase, let's assume that there is a calculator and I do have an input, and this input is excuse me, number one, number two, operation and result. Okay. Now, as a business user, I came to a developer or a organization with a problem statement saying that, hey boss, I have these particular inputs from me, and I have this in. So these are all the inputs, and I do have some operations to be done on them. Excuse me. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me, star plus okay. So I have these operations, but the problem here is I have 10 members to do these calculations and to add the result to the last column, and I have 10 lakh such records. Okay, and I don't have Excel. So how to do that? So this is the input that I get from a business user. Okay, so and he also said that all the calculations must be done only in calculator. You cannot use any other thing, only calculator you need to use. So that is their business requirement. Okay, so what is this process called as, or whatever we did till now, what is this called as? What
Use case.
use case? More of use case. This is the process discovery phase. Like there is an automation to be done, and we are trying to identify uh, what is that exact process, and do we really need to automate it? For example, this Excel contains only 5 items, and do we require an automation for that 5 items? Really?
I think
No,
no.
if you are doing on daily basis,
Hmm.
If it
it's
is a
required.
repetitive task means, then
Mm-hmm.
yes.
So there are important points coming in that I would like to know. If it is repetitive process, okay, and what else?
If the data is coming, can be automated.
Excellent. If data is structured, can you take it as structured because there is a particular format?
Mhm.
Okay. Yes. And what is the next point?
Vajrang, respect to 5 items only, we need to tell key points or how come, Vajrang?
No, no. You can discuss. See, this is an open use
Yeah,
case. Now, as a developer, what are the questions that you will ask so that this will be automated?
sorry. Time consuming also, yeah, in order to
Time
reduce the time,
time
time consuming.
we are taking to complete the process. Okay. Next.
We will check whether it is feasible to automate or not.
Excellent. So, if you are telling all that, this is feasibility check.
Yeah.
So, all the steps that you are doing are a part of feasibility check. Is it correct or not?
Yes. Yes.
We are trying to see if that particular automation can be done or not done.
And P, yeah, yes.
Okay. How many?
Maybe what is
Yeah,
yeah
tell me, Vishnu.
what yeah what is the time which you are able to reduce it?
Okay,
What is the
your
benefit actually getting?
benefit of automation. Benefits of automation. So there can be multiple benefits. It cannot be only time benefit. It can be with accuracy increase. Okay, time decreased, and bot can run um, anytime on demand. Okay, and lower exceptions. So there are multiple other benefits. Let's go with what we have. So as we discussed, this will get evolved over the time. Now, time we are taking to complete a process is one thing. There are multiple other things. Can we mention any other things? How
So
many?
how many tasks we will get daily?
Okay, how many transactions
Yeah.
or volume of data? Okay, then how many exceptions currently do we have, or what is the percentage of exception rate? See, I'm not talking
For
anything with respect to the code or with respect to any technical terms. The main reason is there is nothing technical. If you are able to understand the process, there is nothing technical. Okay. Yeah, there is one more point. Someone is telling.
Possibility of unknown exceptions.
So percentage of exception rate will come into that.
Okay.
Productivity, resource productivity.
How many
Can you go?
transactions a resource is completing per day? Excellent. Employee. So we can calculate it on different factors, but time taken for transaction is one thing that we need to consider. One transaction. So I think this came up I directly in here, like time we are taking to complete the process. So this and this is same. Okay, if you're taking the complete process, you can also talk about how much development time. But in this case, we are talking about one item. For example, if I need to use Excel again and to add 1 plus 2, how much time am I taking as a user, and how much time the bot will take?
Okay.
Okay, that's one thing. Now, this feasibility check, everything will come under discovery phase. Okay, we are even not even bothered about how many bots do we need to have, what kind of trigger we have. We are not even bothered about it. All we are trying to think is whether this particular process need to be automated or not. If we have all the checkpoints like these, if it is a repetitive process, if the data is structured, and if the transaction volume is higher, percentage of exception rate is lower, and transactions that can directly, like if there is a bot that's working and if it is actually taking more time than an employee, then will it be easy for a person or for a bot to do it? Tell me. Okay, here is the question. Now, when a person is available to do a work, due to his knowledge, he was able to complete the task within 8 hours. But since bot need to check on multiple criteria, it is actually taking 9 hours. So, will you keep a person or a bot?
I will keep a person.
Okay. How many of you will keep a person? Just raise the hand. A person can complete it with 8 hours and a bot can complete it by 9 hours. How many of you will keep a person instead of a bot? Shankar, whom do you keep?
No, I'll keep person. Okay, it's taking 8 hours. Like, bot is taking more than resources. Actually.
Okay, Raju.
Yeah, Bajrang. I'll go with the person.
Okay, let me give you or tell you how you need to think as well. Okay, can you work 8 hours continuously without taking breaks?
That's not possible.
Okay, let's assume that you have taken 2 hours of break. Okay, now what is the transaction time became?
6 hours.
Actually, it's 10 hours. 8 hours is the only work time.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Plus 2 hours of break.
Plus 2 hours of break of 8 hours. Then, if you are on leave, will you be able to work?
No, we have to give
No.
the backup to someone else.
So, can you be the only person who is working on that? No, right? There need to be multiple
No.
people. Now, if we have two members, And two members can complete how many items per day? We have 24 hours. And the working time, see, a human working time, think literally as a human working time is only 8 hours as per the industry standard. So he need to do
Okay.
2 hours extra daily. Is it correct or not?
Yes.
Yes, you need to speak. Others also.
Yes, so Jarang, I think when we comparing with no, human working hours,
Ah,
like the way you calculated, then yeah, like I will go with the bot. Yeah, in that
okay.
case. Yeah.
Okay. Now
And
let yes, someone is telling.
this is Sarita here. And
Yes, Sarita.
what by using bot, it it, it doesn't make any errors. Whereas a human makes mistakes sometimes.
Sarita, you are spot on. So bot needs no rest. Okay. And
And
bot.
one more thing is, yeah, Vishnu said, during that 8 hour,
Hmm,
the person can work on something else like value addition, decision making things
exactly.
instead of what can be done with the body itself.
Person need not do repetitive tasks and boring tasks. Okay. Now everyone lower the hands. Now everyone tell me how many of you will employ a robot to make the same process. 6. I have 6 votes. So why? Okay, 7 votes. Why remaining member 8? Why remaining members will keep a human? Shankar 9 votes. Sarita is still planning for a human. Zakir and Trishul Reddy also are planning for humans. Why?
No. Mine is. I thought I raised my hand. I'm sorry.
Trishul and Zakir, why? Okay, Trishul and Zakir, I'm not able to hear you. Okay, Zakir is available. Trishul, can you please talk? Okay, since Trishul is not speaking, please join back again with your audio turned on. I am removing you from the meeting. Great. Okay. Now, let me also give you one more thing. A bot is available, but whenever a bot is working on something, it is not able to get, though it's working for 9 hours, it is not able to get the job 100% done. It was able to get only 80% of the job completed. Remaining 20% is throwing exception. So now everyone can unmute and speak. Will you keep a robot or a human?
What's
Robot
that?
only.
Okay.
As
Uh,
because as because 80% of work will be done by the robot, and the remaining 20%, we need to check where we are getting that particular exception. What is the cause of that exception?
yes. Okay. Sarita?
I didn't get the question. Can you please repeat it again?
So a bot, though it's working for 9 hours, it is able to complete only 80% of the task. Remaining 20%, it's throwing exceptions at one point of the other. Not all the transactions, some transactions. Now, will you add a person who is doing 100%, or will you add a bot who is doing 80% plus some extra add-on? You can unmute and talk. Not only Sarika, others as well.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll keep it as a bot since it's completing the 80% and remaining 20% can be again reprocessed, or some can be done through manual by add-on resource. Yeah.
Okay. Now, when a human is doing a mistake, there is no documentation of what mistake he does. Okay. So if I am drawing some documentation and if there are some mistakes, there will be no documentation, right? Okay, this is the place I went and I searched, and then this is where I found, and this is the place I didn't get the error, so I'm throwing an exception. Until and unless you write it, and you write it very well, because humans will not always write the same context in multiple instances. Cannot write. They will change something or the other. Okay, sometimes they may also not write what is the exact context. Now, can that happen with a bot?
No, it will document the errors in log page. Log
Exactly.
file.
It will not only document the errors in log page, but it will also document each and every step that it is doing in the logs. So in case of any exception, a person can see the logs and easily identify what the bot have done. But if you ask any other person what you have done, can you get the exact steps of what he does?
No.
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 So here, always dealing with humans will always have implications and will always have few disadvantages. When we are talking about repetitive tasks, the tasks that can be automated, only for those tasks we need to implement robots. We cannot use a robot for each and every task. For example, when I'm giving you a lecture, or when I'm giving you or when I'm talking to you, if you have a robot can give you 10 answers and remaining answers it cannot give you, will you pay to that robot?
No.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, no and yes. Why no and why yes?
Based on my requirement, I will say no.
Okay, what is your requirement?
I need to get all the answers.
Exactly. Okay, done. And why is it yes?
Because it has done it has done some part of the work, right? For that we
Hmm.
need to pay.
So okay, what about the remaining answers? Who will give the remaining answers? And and how do you know this is the only answer that robot will give? And how can you decide how much you can pay for that? Okay.
No, Vajrang.
Yeah. So, see, there is no right or wrong I'm talking about in this particular discussion. There is no right, okay, this is the right thing that you need to do only this way, or this is the wrong thing that you shouldn't do this way. We are just trying to analyze the current situation and the current process, and we are trying to come to a discussion on why do we actually need to create a robot. And when to answer that question earlier, we have now chatbots where if there is uh, any question that is already available with an answer, a chatbot can give an answer. But if there is no option for it, it can transfer all the questions or all the session to a human. Is it correct? So that human can come in place.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So this will be
Example,
the yes. Tell me, tell me.
when we are approaching the customer care, the
Exactly.
chatbot will initially
Hmm.
try to resolve issues.
Correct.
It is not, it will process to that respective team.
Exactly, exactly. So even with automation, this will be the future of automation. Human in loop automation will be the future. Okay. So, but anyhow, in with respect to the bots, so what exactly are we trying? We are trying to do only repetitive tasks that can be automated. Is it right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Vedra.
Now, till now, what we have done, which how many steps of the process is completed till now?
Till now, discovery only.
Yes. So only discovery we have completed and see how many points that we came up with in the discovery phase. So when you go with an answer in the interview, what you are doing in your process or what you are doing in your job, you cannot say that there will be a PDD that will be given and I will write code and that's all. Okay. How many of you watched yesterday Triple R trailer? You can raise the hand again. Lower the hands and raise the hand. Triple R trailer. Okay. Now we are getting hands raised faster. Trishula, can you please unmute and talk now? Trishula, if you don't talk, I need to remove you back from the meeting. Please unmute. Okay, Trishula, please join back with audio turned on. Thank you. Yes. So the reason why I asked you that question is, see, you decided to go and watch the movie with a 3 minute trailer. You went, you decided, or you felt in your mind that okay, 2.5 hours or 3 hours movie I need to watch with this 3 minute trailer. Is it correct or not? Please unmute and talk. This is general discussion, no problem.
No.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yes.
So the main reason is the impact that it created while it gave you a glimpse of what the movie gonna be. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now,
Yes, yes.
at least Trishula, now can you please unmute and talk? This time you need to. Trishula? Hi, Trishula.
Yesterday, my brother messaged me.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Yesterday, I went to see because my brother marriage is
Oh, you haven't seen
this
that?
weekend. I complete. No.
Okay, then you must watch it. Okay. So the point I need to make here is, see, in your interview as well, there is one trailer part, and the trailer part is tell me about yourself. Okay. In each and every interview, the trailer is what will decide whether a person will watch your complete movie or will he move away from the theater or not. Okay. So this particular question, tell me about yourself, need to give him the glimpse of each and every point or each and everything that you know. You need to talk when someone asks you about, tell me about yourself or tell me about the process you have done. You cannot say like, okay, I so this is a process where I started or opened an Excel and I closed the Excel and I took the data from the Excel and I entered into application. So if this is the glimpse that you are going to give an interviewer, will he be attracted to what you say?
Obviously, no.
Obviously, no. So, how can you make a better story out of your interview process? That's what we need to understand. See, when I am telling you about this phase or this particular process, I can easily tell you that, okay, this is discovery phase. In this, you can identify the process, and in coding phase, you write a code, and testing phase, you can test the code, and deployment phase, you will move the code to production. Will you be able to understand?
No.
No. So this particular question or any particular question that you are going to face, you need to tell a story that will be a super hit. and that will make you land in the job or land into your dream opportunity. So when you are answering the question, talk about these things. How do you do feasibility check? How do you do what makes you think that this process is automatable? What makes you think, or what are the steps that you do to make or to create that particular process? You actually work with the business analyst, you work with the client, you work with multiple teams to understand the process, to understand what are the steps that are taken into process, and how exactly are we creating business rules, how exactly are we writing the business rules, how exactly are we making that exceptions happen, and how are we making sure that bot didn't fail. Are we maintaining proper reporting or not? Are we maintaining proper Outlook messaging or not? What are the things that we are working so that the particular process will become robust? So all these things you need to talk, and that's what is very important to make sure that you can get through that interview in a smooth sailing boat.
Okay.
Okay. So now the question goes to Mahesh. Mahesh, tell me about yourself, and your time starts now.
Hi, my name is Mahesh. I've got 10 years of experience. And I'm working currently in Vodafone company. I work into operations, into networks. Um, what else? Okay, so I've got three kids, and I stay in Pune. I've did my schooling from Pune itself, and my hobbies are playing cricket and watching football.
Okay. Now, Raju, if you are an interviewer interviewing with RPA expertise, how satisfied are you with Mahesh answer?
Yeah. Well, as an interviewer, I will be more interested in knowing the, projects he worked on.
And also, what else?
So I'll be looking.
Mohammed, you want to talk?
Yes, 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 Vajra.
Tell me.
So if I would be the interviewer, so I'm not satisfied with the Mahesh answers.
Okay.
So I would like to know what are the roles and responsibilities he has been played so far in various projects.
Yes.
So and what are the and he would be the part of how many team members, and what he exactly did on the particular project. I would
Yes.
like to know more on that.
Great. So let me give you one more thing. Your story, personal story, is not at an interest of an interviewer at this point, or that comes at the last, where if someone wants you to take into an organization and you need to work into their organization and you work from a different place, then they will ask you, where are you working from, or can you come to our office, or where what is your location? At this point, is it required at the technical round? So each and every round should be answered in a different way. Each and every question need to be answered in a different way. If Mahesh said that, okay, I have 10 years of experience. Out of the 10 years of experience, I worked with RPA or solutioning with 3 years for the past 3 years. In that past 3 years, I worked close to 20 plus projects, and I delivered 20 plus projects. Along with the project, along while working with the projects, I also do some part of training for a new members into RPA. I do KD sessions, or I do interact with clients in understanding their requirements and to identify what exactly is their current process. And I will give my inputs on which process can be automated, which process cannot be automated. Then we'll move ahead with the process after the process discovery phase or process phase. We'll go into the coding, and then we'll complete the coding and testing the process. So I'm not only involved with the coding and testing phases, I'm also involved in the solutioning phase and designing of the solutions. When we are talking about designing of solutions, it's not writing a code in RE framework. It's actually thinking on a broader perspective of how to make a solution fail safe, how to uh, how to make a solution or how to make a process such that even though it has exceptions, how can it come back and it can start itself. I will do that kind of design thinking, and I will provide my inputs to the clients as well as the design team. If I say, I think I spoke about 2 to 3 minutes, and none of the point I have mentioned is about my personal activity. So, will an interviewer who is actually taking that round of technical interview will be satisfied with my answer or not? Will the conversation continue or not? Vishnu, can you
Yeah,
answer? Just a
Yes,
second.
probably yes. I
Uh,
think
okay.
yes.
Okay. Adarsh,
Yes, yes.
Sarita.
Yes, Vajran.
So it's a technical round,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely yes, Vajram.
Okay. Now, I think this is not the problem of Mahesh. This is the problem of each and every person who joined this stream right now.
yes. Correct.
You are not
Yes.
answering to what a interviewer is expecting. You are answering what you know, and that what you know is not enough for get telling that story. It's not, the trailer is not enough. The trailer is not sufficient for a person to watch the complete movie. Okay.
Yes.
Now, Mahesh, if you want to answer for the same question, how will you answer?
Okay. So yes. Now what I can see is, hi, my name is Mahesh. I've got 10 years of experience in banking and telecom domain. Throughout my experience, I've worked on automations. Um, Starting with Excel, I started my career with my Excel automations. I've also involved myself in training the newcomers. I've got a team of five under my command, and I've worked on RPA automations. Um, um, yes, so this is what I can say currently.
Excellent. But Mahesh, can you understand the difference that you made with the statements that you
Yes,
spoke just now, from the beginning till
yeah,
now?
yes,
Yes, you can excel it more, or this can be taught and this can be practiced. Okay, this is not something
yes,
that you can get all of a sudden from anywhere else. Right. So this is the same
yes.
thing that can happen to everyone. Just think within 5 minutes or within 6 minutes how Mahesh answer have transferred or transformed so that it becomes more valuable to an interviewer.
Hmm.
Okay. So you need to speak again. The main point is you need to speak so that we can understand your problems and what are the mistakes you're doing. Now, this process discovery phase or the next phase that you are going to discuss, we are going to dig deep into each and every concept. We are going to create a PDD. We are going to do a task capture. We are going to do each and everything. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So let's stop this session for today. And what I want you to do is, see, I've shared the screen, right? I want you to take each and every point and at least search creation of PLD. Search workflow creation in UiPath. Search integration testing in UiPath. Search for each and every concept and get prepare a document. Create a document in the either in within your machine, or this is free. Teams is free. You can go ahead into Teams and you can go ahead into files, and in that files you can create your folder and you can upload a file. So I want each and every person to search for it and to prepare what you want to talk in an interview. If you prepare it, first time you may not get it. By the 30th day, I'm sure that you will be there with an 10 offer letters in your hand. And this is happening. I'm not saying this or this is out of sky. Shankar know it because Shankar is from team one. Shankar, how many messages
Yeah.
have you seen that team members have posted that I got this job and I got this with this package?
Yeah, many almost everyone has got it who is working, but the people like me, because I have already working in another technology, just wanted to shift as a into as a secondary skills, not, but almost all everyone got offer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So work on it. That's what will make the difference. Okay, let's stop the session for now, but I want to have a quick feedback from you as well as what you will do over this weekend. See, weekends are to enjoy, but if we can spend 4 weekends for ourselves, then if it can change your life, then are you ready to spend that 4 weekends for yourself, working on the activities that are not actually your comfort zone? Come out of that comfort zone and you need to work. How many of you are willing to do that? And tell me about this session as well. Okay, let's go with only 3 minutes of the. Just tell me the points, important point. That should be enough. I'll call one on one. So yes, Sharma, Neha Sharma. Neha, please unmute.
Am I audible now?
Yes, Neha, tell me.
So what I'm going to do in this weekend, the thing that we have learned in the whole week. First, as you said that the whole process we discussed today, what is the life cycle of a RPA developer.
Hmm.
So I'll just briefly see them, make a note out of it, and then yesterday we discussed about RE framework. So like I'll completely read the document of RE framework from the resources available. So these are the two tasks that I'm going to do in the next 2 days.
Okay, were you able to understand today's session or not?
Yeah, everything we learn here, we understand it, but 100% outcome will be then when we'll practice it. So that's the important thing we need to do in the weekend.
Excellent, Neha. Vishnu?
Yeah, Vajra.
Yes.
So I think it makes really sense that if one puts himself to explain clearly to an employer that he has really worked on all these phases of this product life cycle, I think it will definitely make a good impression. Definitely, employer will either. It's not like if it is a big company, it will not definitely you cannot easily crack it, but it will definitely give a chance to move further, maybe a further round, or maybe he can connect to other you know networks. I think this way it's a matter of fact that you cannot just sell yourself. You have to work on the skill, RPA skill. I think that this is an important point that I've learned today, that um, it's not like we have to first go through all the classes, then you have to build profile. No, you have to parallelly do on both the sides. Yeah.
Thank you. Uh, yes. Shankar, I hope you will work. I know that you know all the
Yes,
concepts, and I know that you attended each and every session. Now it's the
correct.
time
Yes.
for you to implement and time for you to start.
Uh, yes, Vajrang, yeah. But yeah, this session actually will be give me like even I can put a preparation kind of thing, like the feasibility check. How are what are the points that we need to do for the feasibility check?
Yes.
Yeah, this excellent points. Yeah, thing. Yeah, that I can remember forever. Yeah.
Okay. Zakir, you have only 30 seconds. Zakir.
Yeah, Vajrang. So basically, I'm not preparing for an interview, but this will be worth to try
Hmm.
so that it will be always there with me, like how to look back everything as a professional.
Hmm.
And so that if I get the chance in the future, then I will have the answers in my hand.
Nice. Thank you. Mahesh.
Yeah. Hi. Yes. Actually, as I told you, I need this RPA to be worked on automations in my company. But yes, actively thinking of looking for a job now after hearing the possibilities over here. So yes, that's what really changed my career prospectus.
Yes. Keep working, Mahesh. Ravi?
Yeah. Hi, Vajrang. So in next 2 days, I'm planning to go. I mean, watch that. I watch the videos which I have missed from the first 3 days, and also the RD framework video which you have given.
Mhm.
So and practice that one. And to coming to today's session, so I think I have learned about what the life cycle of RPA developer in the what is the discovery phase and all.
Yes.
So what is
Excellent.
so I think this is going to help me a lot into my project. I mean, in my work, professional work.
Go ahead.
That's
Okay, your time's up. Thank you. Jagdish?
Yeah, Vajrang, very useful to your interview section. Next, I will interview all the things I have implemented in my next section, next interview. Thanks.
Prepare yourself resumes. Guys, I have given you resumes. Don't say that I haven't given you resumes. Prepare the resumes. Change the name. Apply
Yeah.
for the interview. Okay? Thanks, Jagdish. Muhammad.
Okay.
Muhammad,
Vajrang, last one more
Vajrang,
question.
tell me. Tell me, Jagdish.
Uh, I'm not getting the resume. Can you send me again, please?
Okay. Did you download GitHub and did you
Yeah,
complete
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay. In that there is the Vajrang folder. In that there is sample folders, sample resumes. Check them. Muhammad.
what? Vajrang?
Yes. Muhammad, just a second.
Yeah, this is. I'm
Muhammad,
sorry.
just a second. Sarita, tell me.
Yeah, this is Sarita Vajrang. I have a quick question regarding GitHub.
Okay.
Can I ask you now or
Yeah.
later?
Go ahead. What's the question?
Yesterday, the last few minutes, you said about how to do fetch upstream in order to get whatever you did in RE framework project, right?
True.
Mm, as you said in previous classes, we can fork your data, right? Why do we need fetch upstream?
Okay.
In
So
previous
fork is only to make a clone of whatever I have, and that's a one-time activity that will create a connection between your repo and my repo.
Okay.
Okay, that's a one-time activity. Fetch upstream, you need to do it every time there is a change in my code. To reflect those changes in your code, you're actually taking that upstream values like over your repo. My repo is there, right? You have copied everything,
Yes.
find my repo. So if you want to get it, the fork establishment is already done. If you fork, there is an establishment or connectivity that happened, and then you have your code. Now every time you want to have the new updates, you just need to fork it. For example, you will make Windows updates. Windows updates are already there on the server. When you click on download and install the Windows updates, only then you will get the Windows updates in your machine. Is it correct?
Yes.
So that's the same way how fetch upstream will work. The code is already there in upstream. You just need to fetch them every time.
Oh, only one time happens with fetch, right? You mean?
No, fetch upstream happens every time there is a code change in the main, and that's not available in your repo.
What about team members change, right? Not no folder sense like organization changes, right?
No, Ravi, I am not getting your question. Can you please type in? Thank you.
No, it's Muhammad.
Yeah, Mohammed, tell me.
Yeah, so you said right, whatever the changes needs to reflect in your machine, you need to click on fetch upstream, correct?
To get changes from my
So my
repo
question is,
only,
if
yeah. So to get changes from my repo only, you need to fetch upstream. Others updates are already pushed to my repo, right? Only then you are able to see the changes.
oh yeah, yes, correct.
Everyone are
Yeah, okay.
so my repository is the central repository where everyone is accessing.
Yes,
So whatever
correct.
the changes they are making, they are pushing it to my code, and from there you are getting all the updates.
Correct. Yeah, okay, clear.
Nice point, Sarita. Good thing you're bringing in very valuable points so that people can understand and get to the gist of what we are discussing. Good work. Yes. Let's Sai
Mm.
Adarsh, last feedback from you, and then we'll close this session.
So from this session, I learned that so whatever the work we are doing, first we need to analyze the thing.
Yes.
Then we need to question ourselves,
Mm.
means how it is working, why it is working, and we need to work on the solution for that.
Yes.
So it would, so most of the questions will come from this thing only from interviewer.
Yes.
So yeah, I learned from this thing.
Okay. I hope everyone in this team spends that extra 1 hour of time or 2 hours of time over this weekend. See, you will have after these 4 weekends, you will have hundreds of weekends. What you do in these 4 weekends will definitely matter, because if you're working in these 4 weekends, then that's what will bring in more questions. That's what I can help you solve. See, I cannot solve each and every question, but I will solve each and every question that's put by you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm stopping